The Housemaid is Watching by Freida McFadden is a psychological thriller that never stops keeping one on tenterhooks, unsettled by plot twists and complex characters. It narrates the story of Hannah, a young woman who takes up what looks like an idyllic job as a housemaid for a rich family, but lands herself in one of the most disturbing situations. Chapter 1. In the first chapter of the book, McFadden masterfully introduces us to Hannah and the chilling world she has entered. From the very beginning, the atmosphere is unsettling, with the author expertly weaving in a sense of tension that leaves the reader feeling on edge. Hannah is portrayed as a relatable and sympathetic protagonist, and the reader cannot help but feel a sense of empathy for her as she navigates her new job. As the story progresses, we are introduced to the various members of the wealthy family that Hannah works for. Each character is complex and multidimensional, with their own secrets and motivations. McFadden skillfully drops hints and clues throughout the book, leaving the reader guessing about what is truly going on behind the scenes. The pacing of the novel is perfect, with each chapter building on the previous one to create a gripping narrative that is impossible to put down. The author also excels at creating a sense of place, with the grand house and its grounds becoming almost like a character in its own right. The isolation and remoteness of the setting only add to the tension and suspense. One of the most compelling aspects of The Housemaid is Watching is the way that McFadden explores the dynamics of power and privilege. Through Hannah's experiences, we see the ways in which the wealthy family takes advantage of her and treats her as less than human. At the same time, the author also shows how Hannah is not without agency and finds ways to push back against her circumstances. Chapter 2. In The Housemaid is Watching, the second chapter provides a fascinating exploration of Hannah's new life as she settles into her role as a housemaid for the seemingly perfect but increasingly unsettling Andersons. As the reader delves deeper into the world of the Andersons, it becomes clear that all is not as it seems, and there are complex dynamics at play between each family member. From the outset, the Andersons appear to be the picture-perfect family, with their beautiful home and impeccable manners. However, as Hannah spends more time in their midst, she begins to notice subtle signs of tension and discord. The mother, Mrs. Anderson, is cold and distant, always seeming to be preoccupied with something other than her family. The father, Mr. Anderson, is warm and friendly, but Hannah can sense a deep sadness lurking beneath his cheerful exterior. The children, a boy and a girl, are well-behaved and polite, but there is an emptiness in their eyes that suggests a lack of warmth and affection. As the chapters progress, the author skillfully paints a picture of a deeply dysfunctional family, with each member harboring secrets and desires that threaten to disrupt the fragile balance of their lives. The reader is given glimpses into their private moments, revealing the complex emotions and conflicts that simmer beneath the surface. Mrs. Anderson's preoccupation with her work and her husband's increasing depression are just the tip of the iceberg, as the family's dark past slowly comes to light. At the heart of it all is Hannah, the observant and intuitive housemaid who becomes more than just a bystander to the family's drama. As she witnesses the Andersons' struggles and secrets, she is drawn into their world in a way that she never could have anticipated. Her role as a housemaid gives her a unique perspective on their lives, allowing her to see the cracks in their facade that others might miss. And as she becomes more entwined in their world, she begins to question her own place in it, wondering if she too has secrets that she is keeping hidden. Overall, the second chapter of The Housemaid is Watching is a masterful exploration of family dynamics, secrecy, and the complex emotions that lie beneath the surface of even the most perfect-seeming families. The author's vivid descriptions and keen insight into human nature make for a compelling read, leaving the reader eager to uncover the secrets that lie at the heart of the Anderson family. Through Hannah's eyes, we are given a glimpse into a world that is both familiar and foreign, a world that is at once deeply disturbing and deeply compelling. Chapter 3. In Chapter 3 of The Housemaid is Watching, the atmosphere of unease and tension continues to grow, leaving a deep impression on the reader. The author, McFadden, demonstrates a remarkable ability to create a sense of foreboding as the protagonist, Hannah, starts to experience inexplicable occurrences that make her question her own sanity. This expertly crafted sense of uncertainty keeps readers glued to the pages, eager to uncover the truth behind Hannah's experiences. At the heart of this chapter is Hannah's growing suspicion that something is amiss with the Andersons, the family she works for as a housemaid. As strange noises echo through the otherwise quiet house and objects seem to move of their own accord, Hannah is left grappling with the possibility that she is being paranoid. However, McFadden is careful to provide just enough evidence to suggest that there may be more to these occurrences than meets the eye. The author's masterful use of suspense is on full display in this chapter, as Hannah's mounting anxiety becomes almost palpable. Each new strange occurrence ratchets up the tension, leaving readers breathless with anticipation. At the same time, McFadden skillfully balances this tension with moments of quiet reflection, giving readers a chance to connect with Hannah's inner turmoil and uncertainty. One of the most impressive aspects of this chapter is the way McFadden keeps the reader guessing. Just as Hannah begins to doubt herself, new evidence emerges that suggests she may be right to be worried. This constant back and forth between suspicion and doubt creates a gripping narrative that is impossible to put down. As the chapter comes to a close, the tension has reached a fever pitch, leaving readers desperate to know what will happen next. McFadden's skillful pacing and expert use of suspense have created a truly unforgettable reading experience, one that is sure to leave a lasting impression on anyone who picks up this book. Overall, Chapter 3 of The Housemaid is Watching is a tour de force of suspenseful storytelling. With its masterful use of tension and uncertainty, McFadden has created a reading experience that is both thrilling and thought-provoking. Whether you're a fan of psychological thrillers or simply looking for a gripping story to lose yourself in, this chapter is not to be missed. Chapter 4. In Chapter 4 of The Housemaid is Watching, we are introduced to the character of Amelia, the previous housemaid who worked in the house before the current maid, Martha, arrived on the scene. Amelia is described in unsettling detail, with a quiet and reserved demeanor that masks a deep and troubling intelligence. She is said to have always been somewhat of a mystery to the other staff members, and her sudden departure from the house under strange circumstances has only added to her enigmatic allure. As the chapter unfolds, we learn more about Amelia's time at the house and the strange happenings that occurred during her tenure. The reader is left to wonder what role Amelia may have played in these events, and whether she may hold the key to unlocking the many secrets that the house seems to harbor. The chapter ends with a shocking revelation that leaves the reader desperate to know more. It is revealed that Amelia had been keeping a secret journal during her time at the house, filled with her observations and suspicions about the strange goings-on within its walls. This journal has now been discovered, hidden away in a corner of the attic, and its contents promise to shed new light on the mystery that has been building throughout the story. The introduction of Amelia and the revelation of her secret journal add yet another layer of mystery and intrigue to the story, and leave the reader eagerly anticipating what secrets and surprises the next chapter may hold. With its richly drawn characters and gripping plot twists, The Housemaid is Watching continues to be a captivating and suspenseful read, drawing the reader deeper into its world with each passing page. Chapter 5. As we move into Chapter 5 of The Housemaid is Watching, the tension that has been steadily building throughout the novel reaches new heights. Hannah, the housemaid, has become increasingly suspicious of the Andersons and their mysterious past, and her investigations begin to uncover some alarming secrets. McFadden masterfully weaves a web of intrigue, drawing the reader deeper into the story with each successive chapter. The darkness of human nature is explored in chilling detail, leaving the reader feeling uneasy and captivated in equal measure. The author's use of language is vivid and evocative, creating a sense of atmosphere that is both oppressive and electrifying. The house itself becomes a character in its own right, filled with hidden corners and dark secrets that only Hannah seems to notice. As Hannah delves further into the past, she discovers a series of tragedies and scandals that have been carefully concealed by the Andersons. The more she uncovers, the more she realizes that nothing is as it seems, and that the family is harboring a secret that could shatter their carefully constructed lives. The tension between Hannah and the Andersons is palpable, and McFadden skillfully ratchets up the suspense with each passing page. The housemaid is watching, and she will not rest until she uncovers the truth. The twists and turns of the story are unpredictable and thrilling, keeping the reader on the edge of their seat until the very end. The Housemaid is Watching is a masterclass in suspense, a gripping tale of secrets and lies that will leave you breathless. McFadden's exploration of the darker aspects of human nature is both disturbing and compelling, forcing the reader to confront their own fears and prejudices. The housemaid's unwavering determination to uncover the truth is inspiring, and her courage in the face of danger is truly heroic. As the novel reaches its thrilling climax, the secrets that have been hidden for so long come to light, with devastating consequences. The housemaid's journey is a testament to the human spirit, and a reminder that the truth can never be hidden forever. In conclusion, Chapter 5 of The Housemaid is Watching is a tour de force of suspense and intrigue, building on the tension of the previous chapters and taking the reader on a thrilling journey into the heart of darkness. With its vivid language, stunning twists, and unforgettable characters, this novel is a must-read for fans of psychological thrillers and domestic noir. Chapter 6. In Chapter 6 of The Housemaid is Watching, the story takes on a dramatic and unexpected turn as Hannah, the housemaid, finds herself in a perilous situation. The author masterfully employs a series of flashbacks to delve deeper into Hannah's past, thereby adding another layer of intrigue and complexity to her character. This chapter is a pivotal moment in the narrative, as it marks a significant shift in the plot and offers readers a glimpse into the psyche of the enigmatic housemaid. Throughout the novel, Hannah has been portrayed as a somewhat mysterious figure, always watchful and observant, but never quite revealing the full extent of her thoughts and emotions. In this chapter, however, the author pulls back the curtain and allows readers to see Hannah in a new light, as we learn more about her background and the experiences that have shaped her into the person she is today. The use of flashbacks in this chapter is particularly effective, as it allows the author to reveal information about Hannah's past in a way that is both engaging and illuminating. By weaving together past and present, the author creates a rich and complex narrative that keeps readers on the edge of their seats. The flashbacks also serve to humanize Hannah, making her more relatable and sympathetic, despite her current predicament. As we follow Hannah through her dangerous situation, we cannot help but feel a sense of unease and concern for her well-being. The author skillfully ratchets up the tension and suspense, leaving readers wondering what will happen next and how Hannah will manage to extricate herself from this precarious position. At the same time, however, the author also uses this chapter to deepen our understanding of Hannah's character, showing us that she is much more than just a housemaid. Through the flashbacks, we see glimpses of her childhood, her family, and her struggles, all of which have contributed to her resilience and determination. Overall, Chapter 6 of The Housemaid is Watching is a masterful example of how an author can use flashbacks to add depth and complexity to a character, while also keeping readers engaged and invested in the story. It is a thrilling and emotional chapter that is sure to leave readers eagerly awaiting the next installment. Chapter 7. In Chapter 7 of The Housemaid is Watching, the tension and suspense continue to build as the story approaches its thrilling climax. The author, McFadden, expertly crafts a narrative that keeps readers on the edge of their seats, constantly questioning the motives and actions of each character. The line between hero and villain becomes increasingly blurred, leaving the reader to wonder who they can truly trust in this twisted game of cat and mouse. As the housemaid, Hannah finds herself in the midst of danger and deception. McFadden allows the reader to see glimpses of her vulnerability and determination. Despite being placed in a precarious situation, Hannah remains resilient and resourceful, using her wit and instincts to navigate the treacherous waters of her employer's dark secrets. However, the question of whether Hannah will be able to survive the ordeal looms large over the narrative, adding an extra layer of tension and anxiety. Meanwhile, McFadden masterfully manipulates the narrative to keep the reader guessing until the very end. The author employs various literary techniques to create a sense of uncertainty and confusion, making it difficult for the reader to predict the outcome of the story. The use of misdirection, red herrings, and subtle clues adds to the complexity of the narrative, making it challenging for the reader to discern who the real villain is. Furthermore, McFadden's character development is exceptional, with each character having their own unique voice and personality. The author skillfully portrays the inner workings of each character's mind, revealing their desires, fears, and motivations. This depth of characterization allows the reader to form a deeper connection with the characters, making the stakes even higher as the story reaches its climax. Overall, Chapter 7 of The Housemaid is Watching is a thrilling and suspenseful ride that keeps the reader guessing until the very end. The masterful storytelling, complex characterization, and ambiguous moral landscape make this chapter a standout in an already excellent novel. As the story reaches its climax, the reader is left wondering who the real villain is and whether Hannah will be able to survive the ordeal. This level of engagement and intrigue is a testament to McFadden's talent as a writer and the power of a well-crafted narrative. Chapter 8. The eighth and final chapter of The Housemaid is Watching is a stunning culmination of the suspenseful and chilling tale that has unfolded throughout the novel. After building tension and anticipation with each preceding chapter, the author finally unveils the truth behind the sinister events that have been taking place within the walls of the seemingly ordinary household. The revelation is both shocking and satisfying, providing readers with a sense of closure while also leaving them in awe of the author's incredible talent for crafting a truly captivating thriller. Throughout the novel, readers have been drawn into the dark and twisted world of the housemaid, whose menacing presence has loomed large over the story. With each chapter, the tension has grown, as strange and unexplained occurrences have plagued the household, leaving readers questioning the true nature of the housemaid and the secrets she may be hiding. In the final chapter, all of these questions are finally answered, as the author brilliantly ties together the various threads of the story, revealing the full extent of the housemaid's sinister intentions. What makes the ending of this novel so impressive is not just the shocking twist itself, but the skillful way in which it is executed. The author has expertly built up the tension and anticipation throughout the novel, leaving readers on the edge of their seats as they anxiously await the reveal. And when the truth is finally unveiled, it is both unexpected and thrilling, leaving readers breathless and eager for more. Beyond the shocking twist, the final chapter also serves as a showcase for the author's incredible ability to craft believable and engaging characters. The housemaid, in particular, is a fascinating and complex character whose motivations and actions are revealed to be far more nuanced than readers might have initially suspected. Through her, the author explores themes of power, manipulation, and the consequences of one's actions, creating a truly compelling and thought-provoking tale. In the end, the final chapter of The Housemaid is Watching is a triumph of suspenseful storytelling, delivering a satisfying and shocking resolution that will leave readers eager for more. With its complex characters, intricate plot, and masterful pacing, this novel is a must-read for fans of psychological thrillers and anyone looking for a truly captivating and suspenseful tale. Whether you're a longtime fan of the genre or simply looking for a gripping and engaging read, this novel is sure to deliver, with its final chapter serving as a fitting and thrilling conclusion to a truly unforgettable story. The Housemaid is Watching is a novel that is sure to keep readers on the edge of their seats from start to finish. The book is a masterclass in suspense, with a twisty plot that keeps readers guessing until the very end. From the first page, the atmosphere is chilling and intense, drawing readers in and keeping them engaged throughout. At the heart of the story are the well-developed characters, each with their own secrets and motivations. The housemaid, in particular, is a fascinating and complex character, with a dark past that is slowly revealed over the course of the book. The reader can't help but be drawn into her perspective, even as they question her reliability as a narrator. The main character, a successful businessman, is also well drawn, with his own demons and insecurities that drive the plot forward. The novel's chapters are short and tightly plotted, making it easy for readers to keep turning the pages. Each chapter ends on a cliffhanger, ratcheting up the tension and leaving the reader eager to find out what happens next. The pacing is expertly controlled, with the tension building slowly and steadily throughout the book until it reaches a fever pitch in the final act. One of the standout elements of The Housemaid is Watching is the attention to detail in the setting. The house, in particular, is brought to life in vivid detail, with its dark corners and hidden passages adding to the sense of foreboding and unease. The author does an excellent job of creating a claustrophobic atmosphere, trapping the characters and the reader inside the house and heightening the suspense. Overall, The Housemaid is Watching is a gripping, suspenseful read that is sure to leave a lasting impression on the reader. With its well-developed characters, twisty plot, and chilling atmosphere, this book is a must-read for fans of psychological thrillers. The author's mastery of suspense and attention to detail make this novel a standout in the genre, and readers will be eagerly awaiting the next book from this talented writer.